here is the finished product, some bacon-wrapped water buffalo ribeye steak and eggs with some homemade cheese sauce. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of Carnivore Kitchen. Steven here with Teamy Fork, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some bacon-wrapped water buffalo ribeye steak and eggs. Before we actually get started with the recipe, what exactly we're going to need? Well, first thing we are going to need is a skillet to cook the eggs in, and also we are going to need a lid for the skillet. We're also going to need a couple of eggs, some bacon, and a water buffalo ribeye steak. Next, we're going to need some Pecorino Romano cheese or any type of hard grated cheese, some Himalayan sea salt, and some MCT oil to spray the air fryer. And we are also going to need some tongs to flip the steak and a spatula to flip our omelette. Now that we know exactly what we need, what are the steps? Well, first thing we want to preheat the air fryer and the skillet. So we're going to go ahead and preheat it for 5 minutes along with the skillet. And next we are going to go ahead and take our eggs and separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. And now that our eggs are separated, we're going to go ahead and salt the egg whites and the egg yolks. I am going to be using a salt grinder, and I'm going to be using 2 turns for every egg that I have in here. Because I use 2 eggs, I'm going to be using 2 turns of the salt shaker. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. And now next we are going to add the Pecorino Romano cheese to the egg whites. For this, I'm going to eyeball it. Depending on how thick you like your eggs, then you can add a little bit more. If you prefer it more thick and fluffy, add a little bit more cheese. If you prefer it more light, compact, and dense, then just add a little bit less. And now that we have it all mixed up, this is the consistency that I like to have mine. I do prefer it a little bit on the thicker side, but again, do however you like your eggs. If you do prefer them a little bit more runny, then just add a little bit less cheese. Now that we have that, next we are going to go ahead and salt our water buffalo ribeye steak. And next we're going to go ahead and take our bacon and wrap the ribeye steak. For this one, I'm going to be using 4 strips of bacon, but you can use however many you like. And now that the bacon is wrapped up, we're just going to go ahead and give it a few little squishes just to be able to hold everything nicely and in place. Next, we're just going to wait for the air fryer to go ahead and finish heating up, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in the air fryer. And the air fryer is just about warmed up, so now next what we're going to do is go ahead and spray our skillet with some MCT oil, and we are going to add the egg white and cheese omelet mixture to the skillet. And now let's just, perfect, go ahead and cover that up, and now let's spray the air fryer with some MCT oil. Just take our ribeye steak, put it right on the grate. When I made this recipe this morning, I left it for 10 minutes and it came out practically blue. So I'm gonna put it for 12 minutes today because I wanted a little bit more on the rare to medium rare side. So in about 6 minutes, we're gonna go ahead, flip the ribeye steak over, flip the omelet over, and I will see you in about 6 minutes. And it's been 6 minutes, so now we're gonna go ahead, open up the air fryer and flip over the ribeye steak. Pop it back in there, and let's go ahead and flip over our egg white and cheese omelet. Cover that back up, and I will see you again in a few more minutes. And we have about 1 minute before our bacon-wrapped water buffalo ribeye steak is about to be ready. So next step before we take that out, we are going to make our cheese sauce. For the cheese sauce, take the Pecorino Romano cheese. We are going to add a little bit to the egg yolks. Depending on how thick you want the cheese, that's going to determine how much cheese you put. If you prefer it more on the thicker side, you're going to add a little bit more. If you prefer it a little bit more runny, then just add a little bit less. And now that we have our cheese sauce ready, next thing we are going to do is take our cheese and egg white omelet, and we are going to go ahead and place that on our plate. And now let's just go ahead and top that off with the homemade cheese sauce. It'll taste test delicious. And now the final step is going to be to take our bacon wrapped water buffalo ribeye steak and place it on top of our egg and cheese white omelet. And here is the finished product, some bacon-wrapped water buffalo ribeye steak and eggs with some homemade cheese sauce. This looks absolutely delicious, so I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys so I can go ahead and eat this. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button so I know to make more of these recipe videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as I will be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.